So we'll move on to the next topic in intake planning, which is animal identification. And here's a quote straight from the Guidelines for Standards of Care in Animal Shelters. Again, this is a resource that's listed at the bottom of your page there, so if you haven't heard of this or seen it, I encourage you to check it out. And it says in there directly, a unique identifier must be established for each animal upon intake. Identification should be physically affixed to the animal unless this poses a safety risk to animals and or staff. So I've given you a couple examples on this slide of how you might go about doing that. There's a variety of different ways. So the Doberman on the top left has a disposable plastic collar where you can write his name and information on it and slip that inside a piece of paper in the collar. The cat on the top right is wearing a collar and tag. The puppy on the bottom left is wearing a disposable paper collar. And then this picture on the right, I thought I would throw that in there too. It's a shelter that I visited in Israel that was actually making their own tags. They were able to inexpensively get a bunch of blank metal tags, and they just simply imprinted a number on each of those tags when an animal came in and then put the tag on the animal. So there's lots of different ways of accomplishing animal identification. And the second part, not only having an ID that sticks to the animal, is getting a good picture of the animal too. So here's some photos that I took off the internet. These are all, unfortunately, from a lost and found section of an animal shelter. And so you really have to pay attention to the quality of the photographs that you're taking and realize what they're going to be used for. So these are posted on the internet for people to look through and try to identify their lost pet. A lot of people are not going to come into the shelter, even though we all know that they should when they lose a pet. They're going to just want to look at the pictures online. And so I'm not sure that if any of these animals were mine, I'd be able to recognize them based on the pictures that I'm seeing here. So I'd hate for that to be a reason why an animal is not reunited with its owner. On the top right, you'll see an actual image of a cage card from a shelter that I visited, and there's no picture at all for that animal. It also doesn't have any sex listed or any age, so we know nothing about that animal that's in the cage behind that cage card. So here are some good pictures that you might consider setting up some of these examples. So on the top right, we have a shelter that set up a little shower curtain and a little photo area to take some nicer pictures of their animals. On the left, a shelter painted a mural on their wall so that they could get a good background when they were taking pictures. And then just a couple of other photographs of some cats and a dog that really show off what these animals look like. It shows you a little bit about their size, a little bit about their personality, and that can go a long way in helping reunite these animals with their owners. And then once you have a good picture in the beginning, it's a great photo to promote their adoption if they don't find their way back to their owners.